necessarily care about the actual marriage. Why do you think so many women are just divorcing like crazy? And it's going to go up and up. That trend is going to keep rising year after year after year. Because women live for the wedding. They live for the glitz and glamour, the reception, the big cake. Ooh, go girl, look at you and everything. It's their day.
Help your wife with the fucking housework. She's tired.
All men like to think that they are marrying nymphomaniacs. After a few years, the nympho leaves and the maniac stays.
If the man is not treating you or even cooking for you, get divorced.
I'm really pissed off at my husband right now, and you're gonna say, well, Iman, you're not married. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. I have been waiting on this guy for such a long time to show up, and he is taking his sweet time. And I've hit so many professional milestones, and he wasn't there to support me, and he wasn't there to witness them, which is embarrassing for him. Just really sick and tired of making excuses for him because he hasn't showed up yet, right? Like, oh, maybe he's about to graduate with his master's or PhD, or maybe he's like really working on himself and he's about to hit that peak of emotional maturity. So you know what? I don't even like you. I don't even like you anymore. So when you come into my life, I'm gonna say no. Good luck convincing me otherwise, because you just suck right now.
But for me, I don't see myself working. I don't see myself getting a 9 to 5. I want to be.
Wait.
Hold on a minute.
Wait.
I want to be with a man who's a provider, who will allow me to be a housewife. I want to be a lady of leisure.
Tell me about the birthday thing you told me, please. I wouldn't
buy a man a birthday gift. No. He has me.
Stop. I'm so sorry. You yourself, you're useless. You're useless. You're fucking useless. You're a useless human being. What happens now, yeah? God forbid, if your husband gets sick and it can't work.
Then I have to find a new one.
Hey.
This is just my personal opinion, guys. But I honestly believe marriage is like institutional slavery for men. I really do. And I'll explain why in a bit. She can gain as much weight as she wants. She can nag and complain as much as she wants. She can withhold sex as much as she wants. She can just dangle it above your head, have you do a honey-do list, have you sleep on the couch, do all these different things. And what can you do as a man? You're going to stop paying bills? You're going to stop paying the rent, paying the mortgage? You're going to stop paying that car note? No. Because it's your job to provide. But here's the thing. There's nothing really in a marriage contract that says a woman has to give you sex 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 times a week. There's none of that, right? So she can literally get into the marriage. You know, you guys can do the vows. You guys can go down the aisle, have the glitz and glamour, everything. And she can say, you know what? I don't find you attractive anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to have sex with you anymore. And what are you going to do? You're going to tell a judge? You're going to complain, you're going to cry? No. What you're going to do as a husband is suck it up. Because that's what you signed up for. You signed up for that life of misery. Now she has dominion and total control over your ball. She has you. So what you going to do? You're going to keep working hard. You're going to keep going to that job that you probably don't really like. And you're going to continue to provide. And you're going to continue to work that 50, 60, 70-hour week just to maintain her life because you love her. See, that's what love is for men. Now, for women, it's just an opportunistic sort of situation where she said, you know what? I'm tired of going out there and sleeping around. I'm tired of hooking up. I'm tired of doing this. Now I'm ready to settle down. This is what most women want to do. It's just a retirement plan. It's a life raft. Marriage is something to do when she's tired of getting pumped and dumped by all those guys. So she wants to feel special. She wants to reset that odometer. Her odometer says it's 150,000 miles. She's been ran through. She's been dug out. All these type of things she does. Now she wants a guy who's going to love her unconditionally, who's going to give her the world, and that's usually a beta simp. Do you have a date set for tonight, tomorrow, possibly this weekend? If you answer yes, I have the perfect app for you. Blown Up. It's time to create some competition anxiety. And if you really want a woman to be attracted to you, if you really want to get laid on that first date, you're going to have to show her that you have options. This app is designed for you to have an attractive woman to call you at a certain time. Let's say you have a date set for 7 p.m. You can have a woman call you at 7:45 while you guys are having dinner, while you guys are going for a walk in the park or at a bar. And when your date sees that attractive woman, that caller ID, what's going to happen is she's going to have some sort of anxiety. She's going to feel some type of way because she's going to realize, man, I'm not the only girl. She's going to say, wow, I probably should hook up with this guy because he's in demand. It's time for you to set yourself apart from all those other guys. Click the first link in the description box and download Blown Up today. You won't regret it. Now I'll say this, not all marriages are horrible. I'm being honest. There's some good marriages out there, but it's a very small, minute percentage, and you don't really hear about those marriages, right? Those people usually stay to themselves. But I can say this, women initiate between 70 and 80% of divorces. That's crazy, isn't it? Now, would you get on a plane knowing that, it only has a 30% chance to survive, to land. It only has a 20% chance to get to its destination. Probably not. You'll think, that's not a good idea. Let me go to another plane. Let me just, take a bus or take the train or drive myself. This is what marriage is. And so many men are just going through the slaughterhouse. One by one by one by one. It's sad. It's like an assembly line because so many men, just think about it. They believe that that woman will give them constant sex. That woman will never leave. That woman will never cheat. She will never do any of that. She would never just take the kids away. But so many men are so wrong because so many women can hide behind a mask. She can give you crazy good sex. Matter of fact, the best sex you're ever going to get from a woman is if she's a side chick or she's her girlfriend. Think about it. Man, I've had so many different consultations with men across the globe who call me, and their number one issue with their wives is that I'm not getting enough sex, or she's barely giving me any. She's not giving me any. We haven't had sex in 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10 years. What can I do, dearest? How can I fix the situation? I love her, and that's the thing. These men love their wives. They would do anything for them, even suffer, even go without sexual contact, any sort of physicality, any sort of love in a relationship, in a marriage, because they care about her and they don't want to just throw the family away because they're not getting their needs met. But when it comes to women, that's anything but that, right? You hear about women divorcing their husbands. They said, my needs aren't being met and everything like that. And so I'm not happy. And here's the thing, when a husband asks, so what can I do to make you happy? These women don't even have an answer. They go to relationship therapy and couples therapy and everything. And these women are like, I'm just not happy. And deep down, they know they just want to go back out there to the streets. They just want to ride the carousel again. They want to sleep around and hook up because they're tired of doing the marriage thing. It's boring. They miss the likes and the DMs from the guys approaching them and shooting a shot. They miss that, hot girl summer sort of life. They're tired of sitting around going to church every Sunday and knitting and crocheting and just sitting there and watching Hallmark movies and Lifetime movies. No, they want to get out there to the streets. They want to do what they want to do because they see all their girlfriends, all their single friends, all these different women on social media having fun. And they miss that fun. So what they do is they say, I'm going to think about myself. Forget my family. Forget my husband's happiness. Forget the kids. I'm going to break all us up. I'm going to blow it up just to go back out there to the streets. It's sad, man. And that's what so many women are doing. They're messing up households because they want to be happy, because their emotional needs are being met. And they can't even explain what their emotional needs is. Even a husband will say, you know what, I'll do this. And let me take you out. Let me get you some lingerie. We've all heard it before. These husbands try to do any and everything that they possibly can to satisfy their wives, and their wives will still complain. And then once they get single, these women are going to go back out there and they got to go to the dating world. They got to realize, man, this is not all this cracked up to be. All these guys just want to hook up with me. And man, I could have just hooked up with my husband when I had the chance. But see, they don't think like that. They just think about themselves. This is why marriage is such a dangerous situation for a man to be in, because you're signing a contract and you're saying, I'm going to bet everything that I have, that this woman will always stick by me. That's like a loaded gun you have into your head and said, you know what, here. Now, if you want to pull it and take my money, you can do it at any time you want, but I'm banking that you won't do it. That's how dangerous marriage is. And that's honestly how foolish it is. Now, am I against marriage? I'm against the institution of it. I'm against the contract. I'm not against families because I believe That's where kids have the best upbringing. They have the best possibility to succeed in life. Yes. But when it comes to a man's needs and wants and a woman being able to just blow the whole situation up because of her selfish wants and needs, because she is just bored or she wants to be happy, she wants to start a new life, I'm not with that. And this is what's the dangerous part about it. This is what's scary, because so many women live for the wedding day. They don't necessarily care about the actual marriage. Why do you think so many women are just divorcing like crazy? And it's going to go up and up. That trend is going to keep rising year after year after year. Because women live for the wedding. They live for the glitz and glamour, the reception, the big cake. Ooh, go girl, look at you and everything. It's their day. And then once they're done with that, and once they experience that sort of lifestyle, that situation, they're like, that was cool. So let's do something else. Then they take half. They take the house. The husband's stuck paying alimony, child support. Now he's a weekend dad. This is what men got to go through. But women don't care about that, do they? Absolutely not. Matter of fact, if you brought up, hey, baby, let's sign a prenup. Let's say any of you are going to get married or you're thinking about it. Let's say, let's sign a prenup. What would your soon-to-be wife do? What would your fiance do? She'll probably get mad. She'll feel some type of way because you know she'll say, you don't love me, you don't trust me. And that's the thing. These women want you to love them more than you love yourself, more than you love your peace of mind and your own security. See, they want to jeopardize your security as a man by you paying alimony potentially and child support just by giving her security, not just at the present, but in the future after she leaves. This is why, guys, getting married is extremely dangerous, because I know a lot of men who are paying tons of money, thousands of dollars a month, and are not even having sex with these women. Just think about that. And these women, here's the thing, they don't even upgrade. These ex-wives that leave their husbands, they don't get a guy who's on the same level as their ex-husband or who are a better. No, they get guys who are losers, guys who are probably, on the streets, that guys who actually need help financially. So they always downgrade to some little Joe Blow, some little schmuck, some little goofy guy. And that's what the husband is sitting there basically paying for two mouths. His ex-wife's mouth, and then some other Pookie Ray Chad type of guy that's just there to blow her back out just to have fun. We all know marriage women are very, very easy too. Easy for them for you to talk to them because they don't get that stimulation. They don't get that conversation like they used to when they weren't married, when they were younger. That's why a lot of married women, they're sleeping with their other guys. They're sleeping with the postman, the FedEx driver, this guy, any guy that can come into contact with them right then and there because they're desperate for male attention and validation. Think long and hard before you are going to make that decision in life.